Well, hello there everyone. This is Amber with Story Chasing, and I wanted to talk to you today about van safety and security. It is literally one of the #1 questions I get, especially as a solo female traveler, is how do I keep my van safe? How do I stay safe and feel comfortable traveling all over right now North America? So in today's video, I'm going to answer all of those questions about traveling safely as a solo female, and also what I use for personal safety to make sure, hopefully, fingers crossed, that people do not break into my van or at least want to target my van. And if they do, what happens when they do target it and they might break in. Thankfully, that's never happened. Seems like some of the things that I've been using have been working, but I will say it is a huge concern and fear of mine, especially because I have my little dog Lily in here, and I have things in here, of course, that I don't want to get stolen, and I don't want my van stolen. This is my entire home and everything that I have, so I want to keep it safe and not have any issues. All right, let's get started, and I'll show you everything from A to Z on what I do. I've been traveling full-time now for 5 years, 1 year in a Class C RV and 4 years now in this van, and thankfully nothing has happened. And as I said before, my biggest fear is somebody breaking in and something happening to Lily. So I want to keep my van safe. I think one of my concerns, of course, about Lily is that if someone breaks in, are they going to hurt her? Or is she going to escape out the van? Or will they steal the van and she's in the van? Either way, I don't want any of those scenarios to happen. Thankfully, I do have insurance. I have full-timers insurance on my van, so that if they do break in, and hopefully Lily is fine, anything that's in the van will be covered. My van is covered, but still, I don't want that to happen, of course. I know that the fear of somebody breaking into your RV is a huge concern for people, but I want you to know that bad things happen everywhere, no matter if you live in a house or you live in an RV. But there's also tons of good things out there and many reasons as to why you shouldn't allow fear to hold you back from creating more incredible stories in your life. So don't let that fear hold you back. Here are some of my tools for safety. One of my biggest fears really is when I'm in cities, more so than when I'm boondocking in rural areas. There's just more people in the cities. Typically there's more crime and theft, and so that's where I really get concerned, and I want to feel safe when I'm in the city and have some measures that when I'm away from the van, or if it's at night and I'm sleeping, that I'm going to be safe or at least be alerted if something is happening. So one of the first things that I want to share with you is a company called Carlock. They actually have sponsored this video today. They reached out to me and said, we think this could be a really great device for you, and I absolutely agreed with them because I've been looking at all of these different things to keep the van secure. It's this little device that you connect to your OBD2 connection device in the panel of your RV or your car. It's a GPS device, and it will monitor your car wherever it's going. All you have to do is plug in the device, you drive around to make sure that it registers your GPS location after you've activated it online. When you decide to leave the van, or you're in the van and you want to keep it secure, maybe when you're sleeping, or if you leave and go into a mall or a store, you come up to your app and you hit the lock button here, and now your van, your vehicle, is being monitored. So if someone breaks in, if there's a vibration, if someone starts the engine and you don't have that unlocked, it will push notification to you and let you know what has happened. It'll alert you very quickly so that you can go out to your vehicle and check it and find out what is going on and get whoever's trying to break in out of the way. It also is an audible alarm, so that if you're in the RV and someone should break in, they're gonna hear that too and hopefully be scared away, and it's pretty loud. The other great thing too is that if somebody actually does steal your RV and your RV is in transit, they're moving it around, you can see on the map the real-time location of where your vehicle is and it has the coordinates so you can track that. Another cool thing is that it even has an option where you can navigate to your car and it will pull it up on your map so you can find that person, at least in the GPS locations, to the police and have them apprehend the person that has stolen your vehicle. So you will know where it's at. And the cool thing is that you can tuck that connector up under the dash. They don't even know it's there and that they're being tracked. So this one device gives me so much peace of mind. Now, it's not going to deter people from breaking in necessarily because they don't even know it's there, but at least I will know that my van is safe and that it hasn't moved, or if it has moved, I can locate it. Now, if you want to know if Carlock will work for your vehicle, then make sure you click the link in the description box below and it will take you directly to the website. You can type in all of your information about your specific vehicle and make sure that this system will work for you. Also, make sure under that link there is another link to their Instagram page if you want to follow them and find out more information about Carlock and all the other happy customers that are out there who have been using this device. They've got stories and testimonials on their website too, so you can look at that and see what other people are actually saying about Carlock as well. One of my concerns too when I go into cities is if I'm in a grocery store or when I had my Planet Fitness gym membership, I was afraid that people would think of my van as a target because I'm in this place and I'm going to be in there for a while, especially if you're at trailheads and going hiking. So having that peace of mind with the safety and security of like that Carlock GPS location and the next item that I'm going to show you definitely gives me more peace of mind. I actually had my car broken into when I lived in Seattle, Washington. I had just moved into these apartments. I'd only been there for 2 weeks and I came out in the morning to go to work and my car was not there. It was a Honda Element and I was like, did I park it somewhere else? But I have a reserved parking space and it was just gone. But theft is on the rise, especially with everything that's been going on with our economies. Even back then, if I had had some kind of a system in place, a car alarm or other security devices, that might have helped to prevent my vehicle from being stolen. And it's a scary feeling when that happens. You feel violated. You feel, you know, like your safety is compromised, and that was just my car. This is my home, so it's a huge difference in the two. And I mean, I can't even imagine what would happen if someone broke in here. I don't know how. I know I would feel horrible, especially because of Lily. So the next device that I want to talk to you about is my new system that I installed not too long ago, which is the Simply Safe security system. This thing also is another game changer for me because it allows me to put up cameras. It allows me to have an alarm on the system so that if somebody goes through any single door or window in my van, I will have an alarm. They will go off, an audible alarm in the van, and it'll also send a notification to my phone. So if I'm away from the van, I will also be notified of that. So another huge game changer. So I have cameras on the outside. I also have cameras on the inside. I'm so thankful for that and feel so much more comfortable having that security as well. So I'm not sponsored by them, but I just know that they're a really good product, and so that's who I went with. Another tool that I use for van safety is this club. So just smacked myself. So I actually put this on my wheel and it just locks the wheel down so they can't turn it. It's a great tool to have. Those things have been around forever. The other tool that I have for safety is this Garmin InReach. I have talked about this quite a bit, but it's just a satellite device that you can carry with you when you're hiking, when you're outside doing something. So it's based on satellite. If you do not have a cell signal somewhere, you can text out a message to somebody to ask for help or just to let people know that you're okay. It has an SOS button so you can notify the police or emergency responders. You do have to pay a monthly fee for this. I feel like it's worth it though. It's another peace of mind. I also have a little button on here. I hit it every single day to let my family and friends know that I'm okay. It's just a scripted message that's on there. I hit the button, it sends them a text saying that I'm okay, and it also sends them my location. Especially if you're hiking, you can have peace of mind that if you fall and hurt yourself and you can't get up, then, do you remember the commercials with that?
I've fallen and I can't get up. We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
You can use that device and call for help. It also has different levels of monitoring and safety on there. So for instance, if you wanted to pay a little bit extra like I do, you can get insurance on there where you can basically have a helicopter come care flight you out if you need it, and it will be no cost to you whatsoever for the care flight to take you. So another added assurance should something happen. Another tool that I use for safety, especially for my friends and family, is I do location sharing. So it's Google location sharing. You can set that up. There's all kinds of things to look at on YouTube that'll tell you how to set that up if you don't know how. It's too much to go into for this one video. You can have it for a specific amount of time or just until you turn it off. Now, if you don't have a cell connection, it's not going to work, which is why that Garmin inReach is a good thing to have with you if you don't have a cell connection, since it works off of satellite. Another thing that may not seem like it's a safety device, but it is some kind of a portable power station. So this is a Bluetti. I've had several different ones. Bluetti actually sent this to me and I was trying it out. I had a Jackery before, which I really love Jackery, but the Bluetti is really amazing too. I really wanted something that was smaller than the Jackery one that I had, because the Jackery was like 1500 watts and it was huge. This one is a bit smaller at 800 watts. So here's the reason why I really like this thing, because you have multiple outlets. So you have an input outlet right here so that you can charge it from your RV or your vehicle. You have different charging capabilities for your phone. You have a DC charger. You also have AC chargers. You have this light here. It can actually get brighter and strobe. So another safety device. So the reason why the Bluetti is so amazing and having a portable power station is because you can charge your phone up if you need to, especially if you've run out of power in your van, which is what happened to me when I was on the East Coast this last year. My power completely ran out in my van because my inverter broke. I had to use my portable power station like the Bluetti in order to charge my laptop and charge my phones. And having also that flashlight on there, that strobe, especially if it's dark outside, you can use that as a way to notify somebody that you need help. So some kind of a portable power station would be great. And by the way, anything that I'm mentioning in this video, any of these products, if you look down in the description of my video, you're gonna see all the links directly to them so you can go take a look at them for yourself. Another safety device that I use are my hotspots. So I have two. One is AT&T, the other one is Verizon. Now, sometimes the reason why these are good to have, especially for safety, is that sometimes you don't have cell signal somewhere. That is dependent on your carrier, cell phone carrier. If you have two different cell carriers like me, then you're most likely going to have a cell signal with one of them. If not, go back to your Garmin inReach. Now, my AT&T is with a company called Reliable Internet. I'm gonna provide the link down below because it's completely unthrottled, not capped, unlimited plan. It's absolutely amazing and something that I've had for the last 4 years now, and absolutely highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for a complete data plan and also that is a high user of data. It just works really, really well. That's the next device. This is for a company from Hokina. These are LED safety flares, and it comes with that whistle that I just blew. That thing is loud. Lily's looking at me like, what the heck just happened? By the way, this whistle you can actually put on your keychain, which is nice. It comes with these 3 little pucks inside. You turn them on. They have different strobing lights. So they're great flashing lights that you can put out for safety if you need it. Different lights. So good to have these safety flares. It doesn't actually have fire, so you can put these around your RV if you are stuck somewhere, or you can actually carry these in your hiking bag if you want. At least take 1 or 2 with you if you're hiking, and it will help you in an emergency situation. It also comes with a thermal blanket. The other safety device that I use for my van is MaxTrax in order to get myself unstuck should I need to. I've been stuck twice before in my Class C RV. Thankfully, never in the van yet. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but if it does, I've got these MaxTrax that are these orange, nubby, long blocks basically that you can shove up under your tires, and it allows you to get out of that jam. I actually had to use them on someone else's van a couple of years ago when we were in Baja, and he got stuck in the van, and it worked like a charm to get him out. You can also use it to dig out the sand or the mud that's around your tires as well. So a huge lifesaver that can help you from getting unstuck and not have to call someone to get a tow out, which can be very costly. One of the things that I carry with me is an air compressor for my tires. For years, I did not carry an air compressor, but before I went to Alaska, I thought I better get one, and I'm glad I did because that thing has come in handy for not only helping me, but also helping others to air up their tires if they've had a flat. And it'll also air up your bicycle tires, which is another great reason to have an air compressor. All right, let's talk about parking safety now. So a lot of times I will boondock on free public lands, which is BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, national forests, national parks, national recreational facilities. There's all types of free public land that you can find through apps. I will also urban camp. Sometimes that will be on the streets, it'll be at Walmart parking lots, at Cracker Barrels, anywhere that it's legally allowed to park. Another place that I park at is state parks, RV parks, and campgrounds. Those typically you're gonna find, you might feel a little bit safer in if you're just starting out. I actually prefer boondocking more than I do RV parks just because I love the raw nature. But a lot of people are concerned about doing that because you're in the middle of this, what they say, nowhere, and there's not a lot of people around. But again, I feel much safer in those areas because there isn't a lot of people around who have ideas to harm you. Now, can bad things happen? Of course they can. But I feel like it's far less likely to happen out there than it is in the cities, at least in my experience and some of my other nomad friends' experience. One thing I will tell you is that when you're going out to park, you want to make sure, no matter where you're at, that you have at least 2 locations picked out should you get to that particular spot, whether it's urban parking or parking out in rural areas. In case that spot doesn't work out for some reason, whether you don't feel safe, always listen to your gut. If you don't feel safe, then move, and then you have that second location to go to. I also never arrive in the dark. I say never, almost never, because again, you can't see where you're at. You can't get a good feeling if you're going to feel safe there unless you've been there before and you really know. But otherwise, you want to make sure you have 2 spots and don't arrive after dark. Another thing that I do when I'm in an RV park, it's a little bit harder when you're urban boondocking, but wherever I'm at, I make sure that, one, I know the name of the RV park, I have the address, and I have my site number, and I usually will write it down and put it somewhere over here so that in case I need to call 911, I have the information very quickly, because sometimes in maybe a state of panic or whatever's going on with you health-wise, or for whatever reason you need to call 911, you may just forget where you're at. So if you always put it here, you'll have that information and you can tell the 911 operator exactly where you're at. Other things that I do to keep safe in the van is I have these shades that I will put up in my windows. So I have them in the side 2 windows, the driver's side and the passenger side, and also the front big window. They're magnetic, they just stick inside of the door frame, and so they'll stay up and completely block out anybody being able to see in here. I use those pretty much everywhere I go, so no matter what parking lot I'm in, even if it's just going into the grocery store really quick, I'll put those up there as a way to deter people from, one, seeing what's inside of my van and thinking that nobody's in here and they could break in. I also sometimes will pop open the fans or the skylight up here so that people will think that somebody is in here. I'll sometimes play music or something to that effect so that people might hear that somebody's in here. That to me is a deterrent so that somebody won't break in. So whatever you can do to keep them from breaking in is the best possible situation. So the next things that I want to talk to you about are actual safety devices inside of the van. I've already covered a few of them, like the Garmin InReach and the whistle. Another one is bear spray. So bear spray is great to have with you because it shoots very far. It's pretty compact. You can keep it near you. And so I carry this a lot of times, especially if I'm in bear country. I'll carry it to deter animals, but it's also great if you think someone's breaking into your RV, you can use this to spray them at far distances. So that's good to have. The other thing is I have a couple of knives. This is probably my smallest one. I'm not going to show you every single device that I have in my van because I don't want to put everything out there in the public what I have for safety purposes. I love this knife. I can actually close it, lock it down so it doesn't open, and then I actually carry this in my pocket, so I love it. It's nice to have for opening anything and for safety purposes. So you can also carry pepper spray, you can also carry firearms. I'm not going to go into the legalities of firearms, you'll need to do the research yourself on that, but that is another form of security that you can have in your van. Big rocks, if you put them around your RV, you can bring some inside. That will deter somebody if you hit them with it or throw it. I highly suggest having flashlights as well, because they're great just for what they're intended for, which is to flash lights if you need them. But big ones like this, you can conk someone over the head with it. I have a little tiny one on my keychain, but surprisingly this thing is really, really bright. I have the one on that Bluetti portable power station that you saw. I have a headlamp. Cannot tell you how many times I've had to use my headlamp, especially going outside in the middle of the night when it's completely dark outside. It is great to have that on because you can be hands-free. A machete, a baseball bat. If you have enough storage to carry a shovel, that's another great one because you can use it, of course, for safety purposes, but you can use it to shovel yourself out of a sticky situation if you've gotten stuck. There's a ton of great reasons for shovels. You can also level your RV with a shovel. So if you're too high on one area but don't have any leveling blocks to raise maybe the front area, you can actually shovel out the part where you're too high and roll your wheels into that. I just found that trick out recently. Good trick. Thank you, Denny and Veronica from RV Outlaws. Another thing that I absolutely highly suggest is to have fire extinguishers. So I have this small portable one that I carry in my van. I have 2 more regular fire extinguishers, but after I had my fire in my van while I was in Alaska and we used only the one fire extinguisher that I had and realized that that thing just does not hold a lot, you really want to have multiple fire extinguishers because accidents can happen and you just never know when it is, and you want to be prepared. You don't want everything, of course, to go up in flames. Also, with all of these multiple safety devices that I'm talking about, it is good to spread them around. So any weapons that you have, any safety devices that you have, it's best to put them in locations where you can get to them easily should you need to. Now, all of this may seem overkill to you. I'm not saying that I have all of these things. I do have some of them. What you do is completely up to you and what makes you feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, that's what's important, is what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you feel safe so that you can go out there and chase your stories, chase those dreams. We don't want to let these things get a hold of us and make us fearful and stop us in our tracks from doing the thing that we really, really want to do and love. I promise you, when you get out here, you're gonna feel better and it's not gonna feel like such a daunting thing that it's scary. I don't ever really feel like that, to be honest with you. I just have these things in place for the just in case. Another thing that you want to think about is, for me in the van, I have the very back doors back there that are blocked by my bicycle rack. So when I'm in an RV park or camped somewhere, I like to make sure that I pull that rack out. It's on a swing away arm so that I can open that back door if I need to, because that's my only way out of the van should I need to quickly escape. If someone's breaking in, I'm not sure I would go to the back door and jump out of it really quickly. I might, it depends on the situation. I think of that more like if there was a fire in the front and I need to get out quickly, so I can open that back door and get out as quickly as possible. So you want to think about those scenarios as well, not just if somebody is breaking in. How are you going to get out of the van, the RV, the vehicle, should you need to in an emergency situation? So figure out your escape route and make sure you know what it is. I highly suggest also making sure that you pretend like this emergency situation is happening and try to escape as quickly as possible. When we've actually done it before, it's a lot easier whenever the real thing happens and we're not fumbling to figure out how to do it. You also want to make sure that you have smoke alarms and detectors, also an LP alarm. LP alarms are typically used for propane, so if there's any kind of toxic gas that's in the RV, that LP alarm is going to go off. Just recently I was at an RV park and I was walking by an RV and I heard an alarm going off. Turns out it was their LP alarm. Thankfully, it wasn't the smoke alarm or else we would have seen a fire, but they had left their stove knob on and the gas was all inside of the RV and they had left to go do some errands. So that's another thing, is to make sure that when you're using your stove and it's a gas stove, that you turn those knobs completely off. I check those things all the time just to make sure that they're off. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard that story. So check those knobs and make sure they're off before you leave. So the next couple of things are some general guidelines for you to think about for van safety and security. So when I'm in an urban setting and I'm maybe street camping, I try to not cause attention to myself. So we call that stealth camping. So a lot of people think stealth camping is parking illegally. It's not. It's just kind of blending in and being as inconspicuous as possible. So the other thing is I never ever share my real-time location. I don't share it on social media. I don't talk about it on my YouTube channel where people know where I'm at real time, because I need to feel safe, obviously, and I don't want someone to know exactly where I'm at and be able to come over there and potentially harm me. So it's the same philosophy if you're in a sticks and bricks house, that you don't share on social media that you're leaving to go on vacation for 2 weeks, because that opens you up for somebody potentially knowing where you live based on your social media posts and targeting your house for a robbery. So you just need to use your head and be careful about that as well. Make sure you leave me a comment below about how you might handle any of those situations, or what safety devices do you use that maybe we should all consider. So I appreciate everybody so much. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share the video if you think that anybody else could find this type of content useful, especially if they're traveling full-time in an RV and they are feeling uncomfortable with it and want to feel safe. And also click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I come out with a new video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you are out there living your dreams and creating those stories in your life. That's what story chasing is all about. We'll see you in the next video.